2017, Oklahoma. The whole Jacob Park situations happens. If you want to talk about that, you can. If you don't feel like you want to, that's fine too. But Kyle Kemp comes in. That whole week is really what I want to kind of hear from you first and foremost. What was that week like in the building, going on the road to Norman? Iowa State hadn't won in Norman since the French Revolution. I mean, it'd been a long time. What was that
Yeah.
whole week like for you guys going into that game and obviously creating one of the best memories in Cyclone football history?
Well, it's been a minute, but I pretty much remember most of the week. I don't remember exactly when we found out. Obviously, we found out before a lot of everybody else that Jacob wasn't playing and that Kyle was going to step in. Um, I can't remember the date, but I do remember it was pretty early in the week. And so, as far as how the week went, I thought the week was pretty normal. Once we knew that Kyle was going to be the starter, one thing about Kyle that that I've always respected about him is he was always even killed, but he was always prepared. He was always ready to go. He prepared like he was the starter, and so even when they told us that Kyle would be playing that week, um, there was a sense of calmness that a lot of people would be doubting us, but at the end of the day, we knew that Kyle knew his reads, he knew where to put the ball, and he wasn't going to step outside of himself. He was going to play his game, and he was going to do the things and put the ball in the hands of the people that can make plays for us. So the confidence, as far as our confidence in Kyle, um, was it was very normal. But with that being said, that was a really good Oklahoma football team. I think when people look back on that team, they'll see a lot of players that are currently in the NFL right now and have been for a while. With guys like Baker Mayfield, CeeDee Lamb, Kenneth Murray. I mean, what's the tight end for the Ravens?
Mark Andrews,
Mark
yeah.
Andrews. I mean, they had guys everywhere, um, and so I think there was worry. I mean, we're not going to be. We were worried because we didn't want to go out there and get exposed. We had really just come off of a tough loss against Texas in a game that you know, in all honesty, we should have won. Just don't think. I think offensively we had let the team down. We just didn't make the plays necessary to win the game, and we felt we let one get away. So with us having that bye week, and then ultimately the week of the game, it was more focused on just putting a better product on the field because if I'm not mistaken, that Texas game was like a Thursday game, and those type of games as a player, when the games that everybody, pretty much everybody in the country's watching, that are not probably, and I can't remember if there was like Thursday night football, it probably was, but for the most part, there's two football games on. It's your game and then it's the NFL game. So pretty much a big part of the nation is watching. So the product that we put on the field, that game just wasn't up to par offensively. Defense played lights out. We just didn't do enough offensively. So we wanted to put a better product on the field against Oklahoma. And with Kyle, first off, Jacob Parks was great, great teammate. Nothing but great things to say about him. But with Kyle, there was a sense of he wasn't going to do too much. He was going to get the ball out on time where it needed to be. He knew he studied his butt off. He prepared like he was a starter. He knew exactly what Oklahoma wanted to do and what their strengths and weaknesses were and where to put the ball at. So I credit Kyle, obviously our coaching staff, and then I think us as the skill guys, the receivers, running backs, tight ends, and even the O line. We felt that it wasn't just on him. Everybody. When you hear a starting quarterback is out, a lot of times people kind of put a lot of the pressure on the backup. What is the backup going to do? But it's really about what all 11 guys and us helping him out and making plays in that game to help him out and to put his mind at ease. I don't think we started the game off right, but that week we really felt like we were prepared, and you know it's crazy because even when I woke up that morning, something just felt a little different. Like I felt it in my bones.